Dear students, now let us continue the subject Strategic Management 22 MBA 25. In the previous videos, we discussed about introduction to strategic management and about external analysis and internal analysis. That is, analysis of the company's environment in both the ways, that is following both the approaches, an internal approach and the external approach. Now let us discuss about the creation of strategy or formulation of a strategy. So from here we'll be actually starting the strategic management process. So that is crafting a new strategy, then implementing that and evaluating that. Now let us discuss how to formulate a strategy. We all know that a strategy is a long-term objective, long-term goal, or a determination of long-term objectives by taking certain course of action and by allocating the resources. So generally this strategy will be formulated at different levels of a company. So as we all know, the different levels of company are: the first one is corporate level, business level, functional level and global level. So strategy need to be formulated at all these levels. Coming to the first one, the corporate level. So here it provides overall direction for the firm irrespective of its size. So that is, it can be decided with three basic questions, that is, should we continue with the same business with similar effort, or should we expand into new business by adding new functions, product and markets, or should we get out of this business or a part of the business. So this kind of analysis will be done at the corporate level. So again they think about the type of strategy they are following. That is, usually here we have two types of strategy, that is growth strategy and stability strategy. In stability strategy, again we have three subtypes, that is pass and proceed with caution strategy, no change strategy and the profit strategy. The pass and proceed with caution strategy is something a company adopt this strategy after a prolonged period of rapid growth in order to consolidate resources and results. It is a conscious attempt to make incremental improvement till the environment changes. No change strategy is pursued by small business when the future is predicted to be the same and continuation of the present. So they don't want to make any strategy. And profit strategy, where it assumes that the difficulties faced by the firm are temporary. When the company's sales are declining, the profit strategy tries to project a picture of a profit making organization, that is by reducing investment, then blaming the company's problems or government policy change. Here it assumes that the difficulties faced by the firm are temporary when the company sales are declining, and they where it thinks of a profit strategy. The next important category is growth strategy. So this is designated designed to achieve increase in sales, assets and profits. So here we have two broad subcategories. They are concentration and diversification. Concentration, here we'll be discussing about two basic strategies. One is, the concentration happens in two ways. One is vertical growth and the horizontal growth, or vertical concentration and horizontal concentration. The vertical growth occurs when one function previously carried over by the supplier or a distributor is being taken over by the company in order to reduce cost or to maintain quality of inputs and to gain control over scarce resources. Or vertical growth results in vertical integration. So here we have again two types. One is forward integration and backward integration. Forward integration means performing a function previously provided by a retailer or a distributor, which involves acquisition of one or more of its buyers. AT&T, then transmission, that is transmission equipment, switching equipments, and wireless products. Then backward integration is refers to performing a function previously provided by supplier or moving into intermediate manufacturing and raw material production. So for example, then Reliance Petrochemicals, Asian Paints acquired Pentasa Chemicals. So the next important concept under horizontal strategy is diversification strategy. The diversification strategy, we have different types. One is related and unrelated. Under related diversification, again we have two, vertical and concentric. In the unrelated diversification, we have one type, that is conglomerate diversification. So now before we start, let us understand what is diversification. Diversification is considered to be a complex one, that is, it involves a simultaneous departure from current business, familiar markets and familiar products, where firms choose diversification when the growth objectives are very high and it could not be achieved within the existing product or market scope. The attraction for diversification arises from new and fresh opportunities which promises high profitability. And related diversification is firm enters into a new diversification business activity which is linked to a company's existing business. Unrelated diversification or conglomerate firm enters into a new business that has no obvious connection with any of the existing business. Here we have examples for the same. Now let us discuss the next important type of diversification, that is concentric diversification. Similar to related diversification, only here it is the only difference is that the new product does not fall within the current product process chain. Examples are Philips, Eureka Forbes, Usha International. That The next important concept is retrenchment. Strategies involve reducing the level of company activities. So that kind of the step we call as retrenchment. So this is about corporate level strategies. Now coming to business level strategies. This focuses on improving the competitive position of a company's products or services within a specific industry. So here a company will try to expand its business or come out of or overcome any competitive advantage through different types of strategies like cost leadership strategy, differentiation. Cost leadership strategy is a large business produces at the lowest cost possible. That is by quoting the less price to the product, it tries to increase the sales or maximize the sales. The good examples are Nirma, Timex, Tata Nano, Khari detergent, Anchor toothpaste, like that. And differentiation is larger business producers and markets to the entire industry. products that can be readily distinguished from those of the competitors. That is Mercedes-Benz car, Rolex watches, and P&G, Eureka Forbes, Caterpillar, then Nissan, Toyota, HLL, Apple computers, like that. Then the third one is focused strategy. To serve the needs of limited customer group or segment. That is the good example is EG Fadel Engineering built machine tools aimed at manufacturing that is to manufacture without any frills, and Anjali kitchenware. So these are the three important strategies generally will be followed by an organization with respect to business level strategies. One is cost leadership. Here we can again add one more type, that is focus cost leadership, then differentiation, broad differentiation, then focus strategy or niche strategy. Coming to the third important type of functional strategy at the functional level, it is functional strategies. It deals with developing and nurturing distinctive competence in a functional area in order to maximize resource productivity. That is where it concentrates more on the functional activities like outsourcing, marketing strategy, product promotion strategy, advertising and distribution, financial strategy, operation strategy, human resource strategy, and management information system. So here while carrying out, we come across two important terminologies like LBOs, that is leveraged buyouts, and gap analysis. LBOs are a company is required in a transition which is mainly financed by funds arranged from a third party such as bank or financial institution, and gap analysis is a strategist examines about what the organization wants to achieve and what it has really achieved. So coming to the last type of strategy, that is global strategy. The four strategies for international competition, the fourth strategy for international competition is the global strategy. Here once a company addresses its strategy at corporate level, business level, and functional level, now it will aim at the global level, because a centralized production of standardized product, suppose if it has a centralized production of standardized product, and transactional, that is centralized production of customized product, and international decentralized production of standardized product. And multi-domestic, that is decentralized production of customized products. So this is about different types of strategies. Here we have strategic choice process. So that is evaluating a strategy which has been crafted. That is first we have to follow focusing the strategic analysis, then evaluating strategic analysis, then considering decision factors, then choice of the strategy, and the objective of the objective and subjective factors, and choice of the strategy. Then portfolio analysis. It is one such tool where SWOT analysis information is used as a basis for portfolio analysis in a two-dimensional technique. So that is GE 9-cell grid planning and BCG matrix. BCG growth matrix has two dimensions. market growth rate and relative market share. The main objective of BCG matrix is to help top management to identify the cash flow requirements of different business in their portfolio. And it has 3 steps: dividing the company into SBUs, comparing the SBU against each other by means of matrix that indicates the relative prospects of each, and developing strategic objectives with respect to each SBUs. So this is BCG matrix. So where a portfolio will be analyzed and will be identified with 4 different areas as stars, cash cows, dogs and question mark. This is against a relative competitive position and business growth. So what are these areas has been given here, the description, and this BCG matrix has 4 different recommendations and limitations also. Coming to GE9 cell grid, here the company's business strength or competitive position will be analyzed against industrial attractiveness. So when we plot the analyzed result, that is portfolio checked results, we get 9 different cells where we can plot the company's result in these areas. So the different areas like winners, then average business, indicators, these are the indicators, and losers. So a company falls under which category is an indication for its performance with respect to competitive position or industry attractiveness. So this will indicate go ahead, wait and see, stop, expand, stability and retrenchment. So what is a business strength and industry attractiveness is been given. So these parameters has to be considered while evaluating the GE9 cell matrix. And here we have steps to be followed to conduct GE9 cell grid. For each product line, overall industry attractiveness is assessed and rated on a 5-point scale, and each product line is assessed and measured on a 5-point scale as very weak and very strong, and plot each product line current position on the matrix and calculate the gap between projected and desired portfolio. And the next important concept is retrenchment. So this is a firm reduces certain activities in order to improve overall performance. The retrenchment is accomplished in 2 forms. One is by reducing the cost or by reducing the asset. And one more important strategy is turnaround strategy, that is overcoming the situation of retrenchment, that is through liquidation and tailoring the strategy for the specific industry and company situation, where the company need to compete in different areas like among the emerging industries, rapidly growing markets, maturing industries, stagnant or declining industries, turbulent or high velocity markets, and fragmented industries. Or again, it has to strive to sustain rapid growth in industry leadership position, in runner-up position, like that. So this is about crafting of strategies. And implementation of strategy. Once the strategy has been crafted, formulated, that has to be implemented. So in the next video, we will be discussing about implementation of the formulated strategy. that we shall discuss in the next video.